Alright guys, I'm wanting to do a video here on changing the knives, the knotter knives on your New Holland baler. This pretty well applies to just about every model of New Holland and even some other brands. So first I'll give you the background why I'm changing these. You can see that it's making a real jagged cut on the twine, and every once in a while it's missing a bale. I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it. I think it's been a while since these were changed. So this style that I have, and if yours is like this, it's going to involve a little bit of work. The old ones are riveted on. The new ones that you can buy, they come in a kit and they have little bolts that go in instead of those rivets. So this one was riveted on. So I didn't make a video of me getting the old knives off, just because it's a lot of poking around and takes you a little while till you get these rivets out of these holes here. You can take the arm off if you want to and do it in a vise. That probably would be the better way, but here I'm doing it right on the baler. You want to minimize hitting with a punch and a hammer, or else you'll affect your adjustment here for the knife arm, which it's not major to set that. So I'll show you how I got these out. Working inside the building here, I didn't want to be grinding and making a lot of sparks. So what I use to get the rivets out is a multi-tool. And I was able to just go in there and grind the heads off with the multi-tool running. It didn't make any sparks. I was able to get the heads ground off of the rivets. The heads are actually on the bottom. The press side was on top. I ground that press side off, and then I got a screwdriver. You can see a little bit where I was prying. I got a screwdriver in there and pried up on, there's a cap here that goes over top of the knife. So that when I'm put it back together, that'll sit on there. And this was the old knife. That's what they look like. Probably original, has the paint on it yet. But that was in there. So after I got the tops ground off and got the knife off and the cap here, the rivets, I cut them again so that they were right flush, and I was able to get them out from underneath with a vice grip. So it takes you a little bit of time and some patience, but you can do it without taking the knife arm off and without grinding, making sparks, and with hay in the chamber working inside. I didn't want to have any chance of fire. So those multi-tools, you don't use them very often, but I had one and I didn't use it very much. But for jobs like this, that did a nice job of cutting those pressed ends of the rivets to get them out. So the new knife, it comes in a kit. It's dark here. There's a brand new knife, so that'll go in, and they have these little Allen headed screws that go through with these serrated nuts. They also give you lock washers. I have to look into what the deal is there with the lock washers, but then changing them in the future, then it'll be a little bit easier. You can just take the bolts out. But I was having an issue with, it was actually this side, and that's always the common one, and you can see the jagged cut on the twine there. It's not the cleanest cut. So I'm going to start here with this issue. I did a couple other things to help. It wasn't missing knots very often. I mean, you're talking 1 in 200 bales, but these knives, the old ones, it's like I said, they are original, I'm pretty sure, being that there's paint on them, because the new ones don't have paint, and they are very sharp. This one's kind of dull, and if I can get it to focus, you can see right there is where it was cutting all the time, just about same spot, and you can see it's kind of dull there. So I'm going to put new knives in. It's a very inexpensive fix here. It just takes time and patience to get these rivets out. If yours has bolts on, then you're already ahead of the game. And like I said, watch with hammering too much with a hammer and a punch. I was very tempted to just put a punch in there and hammer the rivets out, but then you're going to be hitting on your knotters and changing this adjustment here. And I haven't had a problem with this adjustment, so I didn't want to affect it at all. So I'm going to put this back together and probably be mowing some hay this weekend, and I'll be able to give it a try. I still have to do this side. Second one usually goes better, hopefully. So that's how you change the twine knives on a New Holland, and I'm sure many other brands of balers. That's how I found to do it. So thanks for watching.